Welcome back, everyone. Rabbi Rina and I are pleased to have been able to start out our journey to joy with you by thinking a little bit about the notion of reflection in this earlier part of the Hebrew month of Elul. Now we're going to move into a different aspect of what this holiday season is all about. We move from reflection into renewal as we move into the last part of Elul and, of course, into the first part of Tishrei, the Hebrew month of Tishrei, and Rosh Hashanah, and, of course, Yom Kippur as well. Rosh Hashanah, we know, of course, is all about renewal. It's about the birth of the world, according to the Talmud. But what does renewal mean when we think about it for ourselves? What does it mean for us as a Bechinat Olam Katan, the words of the Hasidic masters, as a microcosm of the universe? What does it mean for us to truly be renewed as a mini world, a miniature universe? Here's a story that I think might help to understand better what it means for us to live in a place of renewal. It's a great story by one of the great Hasidic masters. He tells the story about how a peasant, totally unknown in the realms of the kingdom, who decided that he wanted to meet the king, for he knew that if he met the king of the whole universe, not the king of the whole universe, but the king of the nation, of the country, he would find a new life. He would be able to start out new, no longer be poor and feel so downtrodden like a slave. And so the peasant traveled for days and days and days and weeks, and finally he reached the capital city of the kingdom, and he went right up to the doors of the palace of the king, and there he lay down to sleep. When the guards at the palace found him, they aroused him in a very, very kind of rough way. They woke him up, and they started to push him around, and they said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I'm coming here to see the king." They said, "You don't know the king, and the king certainly doesn't know you. You're a peasant from some far-off place in the kingdom. Get out of here." At which point the peasant said, "But I'm the king's family." Skeptical, but willing to believe him, at least for the moment, the guards brought him to the king. As he bowed low before the king who sat on his throne, the king said, "I don't know you, sir. Do you know me?" And the peasant said, "I've heard of you, my lord and highness, but I've never met you before." "Why then did you say that you were a member of my family, as the guards have reported back to me?" "Because, your highness," said the peasant, "I figured if I said that I was part of your family, you would know that I truly wanted to see you, and you would let me in, and you would love me as your family." Thinking, the king then said, "If you came all this way and were so concerned to see me and for us to meet, it must mean that you truly want to be here and you truly belong here. Stay with me and live with me here in the palace as my family." So too, the Hasidic masters tell us, we and God, throughout the year, we feel like we don't know each other. And then we come to this period, this holy time, where we're able to say, no matter how much we have not known each other, let's renew ourselves by renewing our relationship with each other, king and servant, parent and child. And through that renewed relationship, let us both live the better life we need to live. Shana Tova, everybody.